We left off on trying to fight the Queen of the Dead, I believe was the path we were on next. But as you can see here, we're basically halfway done with it. As far as I can tell, there might be another entire cabinet somewhere, I have no idea. But for now, we're going to assume we're about halfway done and try to finish off the rest of it. I don't know if we'll do it today, if we'll do it on, on Friday or Saturday, but we're going to try and get through the rest of it this week if we can. And then we'll move on to probably Victor Vron. But for now, let's go ahead and get started on the Queen of Skulls. And if we remember, her nice little curses are that every time we purchase a new item, we gain a curse, which is terrible, terrible, terrible. And the merchants offer things at cheaper prices, but that is just due to the fact that they all are cursed items at this point. So
take arms against
go ahead and do that.
And you
we'll go ahead and get our deck builder going. We'll have it do an auto build real quick, and then we'll just double check it to make sure it has everything we need. Now we can go ahead and take out the basic shield because we start with that. And in its place we can go ahead and instead put something maybe that'll help us out a little better. We'll probably try and grab some cold armor if we can find it. Where? Alright, we may have already put it in there, so instead we'll go ahead and put a Desperate Measures weapon in. Just go ahead and have a few extra weapons. And then as far as encounters go, we do have mostly all new ones in here. We have done Elysian Wonderworld before, so we can go ahead and take that out and put goblins in. Don't remember if we've done Holy Forge or not. Maze of Traps, we did it, but we died on it, so we have not finished it. And then let's see what else. All these ones we have not fully finished. Lone, we did do. Stranger in Shadows we have done. We'll go ahead and take Stranger in Shadows out because it actually is the one that led us through all the Blood Auction quests, which is why we now have this Blood Auction 3 quest. So we'll go ahead and throw that one in instead. After that, we'll go ahead and back on out. And we have all new ones that we can possibly get back out of there, and then go ahead and start the game. Let's see where our fortunes lie. What shall be our fate? Hopefully we can actually get some items before we run into too many nasty things.
At their heart, all games are about
we are starting
power,
with Berserker Armor, which is pretty nice because it increases our speed and weapon strength for every hit we take.
The retaining
so just makes us angrier and angrier.
And most importantly, the use of power.
So let's start us out. First card, Trading Post.
Trade
and that is a new one. I was pretty sure we've done Trading Post before, but I guess not.
Life would be boring.
Let's see what we have to say. You reach a trading post in a distant valley run by a strange old woodsman. I have not much use for gold myself, but I'll trade you for food supplies. Well, we could pay him 12 food for random helmet, shield, or armor. Well, we started out with an armor, so we probably don't want to trade him for that. So let's choose between a shield or a helmet. Now, shield is something that's always very important, but we do have a regular shield right now, so we can go without getting an upgraded one just yet. We don't have a helmet. So let's go ahead and try that out. This will be half our food cost, which may be detrimental down the road. It's proven to be so in other games, but you gotta risk it for the biscuit. So, I hope you like it. I traded away 3 bear skins to get it. Draw 1 helm card. This helm will be used to wear with greater movement speed. Angel's Wings. Very nice. Having extra movement speed on the battlefield is actually very, very helpful. Here, have this on the house. The trader hands you an unusual suit of armor, saying, I traded it for a bear skin, but I don't think it was worth it. You put the armor away to be identified later. The card's token is now yours. Excellent. So we might actually have got another good armor card out of that. Not to use right now, but for in future adventures. Moving forward. Metal ore. Now this is one we did before and got, but we never actually got to use. So let's go ahead and see if we can get the metal ore again. Let's go ahead and take a climb down to the lower reaches and see if we can pick up that nice iron ore. In the gloom of the narrow canyon, you find the old remains of a wooden cart. Apparently having fallen down years ago, you find nothing of worth except a chunk of glittering metallic ore. It might not sell for much in its current state, but perhaps you can find someone who can use it. You take it and make your way back up to the path. This is useful if we come into that landlubber inn again, and then we can give it to them for I believe, use of a ship called the Highlander or something like that. Now, next one up. Oh, there's our blood auction
Trade
3 that we were
is so
talking about.
diabolical.
This is
But
another
as
one that
long
could be
as there
quite
is gain,
dangerous because,
well, in your hands
well,
be it.
we have to give them blood, which is health. And if we run into anything nasty, that could really affect us. But you find the vampires holding another blood auction. Mortals are still allowed to build using their own blood, so let's go ahead and bid some blood. You're ushered into the circle of bidders. Let's go ahead and bid 60 health, because tonight's ad item is a magical ring that I am unfamiliar with. A strange creature comes to me and draws out your blood. You gotta pay, even if you lose the bid, the creature explains. You wait while all the bids are taken. Oh boy, we have 1 success and 3 failures. This is,
Choose from these options.
we're gonna go with number 1, and we're gonna fail. Well, we just got hurt quite a bit, unfortunately. Hey Jay, how's it going? Having a good night so far? Our wings as well, how are you doing tonight? Hope you guys are both having good nights. We are hurting a little bit now because of that blood choice, but we'll move forward and see what happens. Hey, Mr. Lionel. Maybe if we're real lucky, Mr. Lionel will give us some food. While enjoying your evening meal at the local tavern, a strange old man takes a seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention, and you notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. It's the same old Mr. Lionel that we always love to see. So let's see what he has for us. We can give him the bread from our plate, or ask him what he needs. Let's give him the bread from our plate this time. He considers the bread seriously before placing it carefully in his coat pocket, seeming satisfied. Costs us 1 food. He then sits considering you for a while before slapping the table with his hand. Aha! I know what you need. And he gains us 1 food card. So 1 food for 3 food.
For that.
Not a bad trade-off, if I do say so myself. Before we can stop him with inhuman speed, he snatches an onion off your plate and sprints out the tavern door. A pickled onion, of course, is what I meant to say. So now I'm guessing these are the stairs. Oh, hitch a ride. Same difference, though.
Fine companion.
So we are going to
I'm
go
sure you'll
ahead
leave this one
and
in
move
time.
on forward
You do not seem to have
to the next
temperament
area.
of friends.
And luckily,
Even in the
we haven't ran
animal
anything
kingdom.
too nasty yet, so we are healing up a little bit. But we only have 10 food left, so we do have to be wary of that. And we found a shop. With only 10 gold, though, that's going to be not a lot we can do there. And if we do get anything, it's going to be cursed. But we'll take a look. Let's see here. Mr. Shop. Let's go ahead first and check out what items you have. Armor of Cold. Well, we already have armor and we can't buy that anyways. Ring of Poverty, too much. Life's
age ago,
Limb, too much.
I swore a vow
and
of
Chains of
poverty,
Rage, too
but
much.
This ring
So
promises
we can't buy
something
anything
quite
anyways.
different.
We will go ahead though and buy 2 food. So there's 1 and 2. That'll keep us alive as long as we possibly can be kept alive until we find more food or more gold or both. So let's go ahead and move forward and see what we come across. Hopefully we can find a weapon here soon. It'd be really rather nice. Angry
Everything is
Guildmaster.
light
Well,
or
here's a new one.
darkness, and our
And
prince
it looks like this
straddles
guy is
the
carrying a horse head in his arms. Like he's about to pull a whole Godfather and somebody put a bloody horse head in their bed.
A challenge
Alright, what does he have to
for
say?
you, and a token if you succeed.
As you traveled the dark streets of Stegel one night, nobleman atop a mighty steed nearly knocks you down. Doesn't look like he's on a mighty steed at all. He doesn't look like he's riding anything. He's just got a horse head. Let's go ahead and humbly apologize or steal from him. Let's just try the apologetic route first. Out of my way, peasant! He calls as he rides away. My daughter has run away with a vagabond. Oh, okay. Next time, steal from him. Next time, steal from the uppity man, the uppity noble. Alright, goblins. Another new one we haven't seen yet.
I do
This
love
one's going to be a
goblins.
fighting one, I imagine.
Truly, I haven't seen their like in years.
One night, you awaken to find your belongings being rifled through by goblins. As soon as they notice you stirring, they run away. They've stolen some of your food and gold. Oh, that's really crappy. 3 of goblins. Let's go ahead and scramble our feet and chase after these bloody thieves. We have 3 goblins we're going to have to fight. And goblins actually are pretty easy to kill. At least the last ones we faced, they were all kind of just little cowards that ran away from us. But we do need that food back, so hopefully we can kill them and hopefully get a little bit better supplies from them. We'll see, though. Come back here, you little cowards. Take this. That's right, Mr. Goblin. You don't deserve to live. And then these two goblins that are just filled with gold in their little satchels. Yeah. Give me all the gold, sir. All the gold. One more to go. X. Boom! Right in your shiny goblin teeth. Perfect. That's one thing I like about fighting goblins. They're really easy to kill and they don't fight back, really. With the goblin threat dealt with, you continue on your way. And look at that. We actually, I think, well, we gained 10 gold out of the whole situation. Actually, more than that, because we had spent 8 earlier, so we gained 12 gold out of the situation, and probably 3 or 4 food, which is very helpful. So, not all bad. And the labyrinth. This is the newest quest on our nice little trip down the chase of the Minotaur. So far on our chase of the Minotaur, we were at the head of a cave where the hunter was chasing the Minotaur into the cave. We heard noises coming from inside, and we were following them in. So let's see what happens. And I'm doing well, Jay. How's it going? You having a good night yourself? I'm not doing too bad. Just woke up about half an hour ago, got ready for the stream, and having a little fun with it now. You follow the huntsman's voice further into the stone structure. At first glance, what? I think that should be an it. But anyways, at first glance, it appears decrepit, but you start to notice signs that it is still in use. Fresh torches hang in sconces. I could talk, I swear. Fresh torches hang on sconces on the wall, and you can make out a jumble of footprints in the dust. Passageways splinter off and twist away in every direction. When I first started hunting the beast, I considered it just that, a mindless animal with an unquenchable thirst for blood. The huntsman's voice now appears to be coming from all around you. It fought, rampaged, and devoured with no apparent focus. In time, though, I came to discover that there was a meaning to the beast's madness. The white minotaur is singular in its power, but it pursues its own kind as zealously as I pursue it.
Meant you'd take forever to make a decision, mind.
The branching pathways of the labyrinth start to confuse and disorientate you. I cannot tell you why, whether it be for family or food. The huntsman's voice echoes recklessly out of the darkness, as if now further away. I won't bore you with any more details. Suffice it to say that this place makes the perfect trap. However, every trap needs a lure, and the trouble is that my lure is hungry. Old Whitey didn't take the bait this time, but you are my consolation prize. Off in the dark you hear the scrape of steel and stone, followed by a blood-curdling roar. Just so we're clear, I'm locking you in here with them. You did better than most, but now we must part ways. Oh, the hunter's betraying me!
Both man and beast. A most impressive
Time to fight a minotaur. Oh god, a better weapon would be really handy here, but alright. Finally get to fight the minotaur. Let's see how it works out. That's cool, Jay. Streaming some Shogun 2 should be fun. Hope that works out well for you. If you happen to still be streaming when I get off my stream, maybe I'll come check it out. In the meantime, I have to fight a big, mean Minotaur who does, just 15 hit points of damage per hit. That really sucks. Okay, he's just gone on a freaking rampage of just kill me hits. So let's go over here for a second. Oh, he can pummel me through a wall? That's retarded. You ridiculous Minotaur. That's just very rude. Oh god, I still clipped him on the charge. Nope, I'm dead. Wow. That Minotaur really messed me up. Holy cow. Well, alright. That adventure didn't get too far. Unfortunately, we didn't have a very good weapon, so damage to him was extremely hard to come by. And he hit for a lot, so... We did gain a couple, or just one token, I think. So we're going to have to go and restart that one again. Hopefully we can actually get a better weapon. But we did get wilderness armor, whatever that is, and trader's ring, and a 10 food gain supply card. And that's all we gained out of that mission, unfortunately.
Can you muster the
started out okay, but really, really important to get a weapon near the beginning, and we seem to be very, very hard set to do such a thing most times. But let's go ahead again and open up Queen of Skulls and select her deck builder.
Queen awaits.
We'll just go ahead really quick, and I want to see if there's one thing we can change out. Well, we didn't get any new ones here, so I guess we can ignore that, and we'll just leave the goblins in. That's the only one we completed anyways. Let's go ahead and head back and start the game. Alright, he added in all his cards.
You understand what it is we do now? Or did I rush you through the rules?
Well, that's a good one to start
Pushing you
with.
into the play before
The only
you were
upgraded
prepared.
shield type card that we have, we actually could start with, so that will be quite nice. So now we have Fortitude's Breath. Let's go ahead and
Really?
open that up.
Is that what you're going to do?
And we actually have a split path to start with this time, so let's go ahead and go left first. And the Blood Auction 3, I guess we can go ahead
Again,
and
a token is at
sacrifice some blood again and see if it will work. Let's go ahead and bid 60 health, which is just terribly, terribly painful. And let's try and watch the card. Number 2. Nope, no, there's number 1. I am 0 for 2 on my selections so far tonight. I think I will open up the next selection to the crowd and see if anybody has a better choice for me. But, so, Blood Auction still has not been completed. Let's go
Can
ahead
you
and...
walk in the shadows
Hey, it's the Angry
and seek
Guildmaster
the
again.
light?
Well, this time we're going to steal from him, because apologizing to him really doesn't help. And we'll try number 4. Oh, we got a regular success. Not a huge success, but a regular one. As you steal from him, you pull yourself up and steal some supplies from the rider. The dealer draws you 2 gain cards. The token is now ours. So we got 5 food. Very nice. And another 5 food. Very nice. Now we have 33 food, so we're actually pretty set on that for a while. And if we come across any cards that require us to sacrifice food, we'll be able to. So moving forward. And what do we have? Oh, apparently it reveals the next 2. Dark Dwellers down there and Dead King's Hall. So this must be the exit. Yep, Forced Escape.
Work your way through the
So
woods.
let's go ahead
see
and
what
not
lies
take that
beyond.
yet. We will go to the Dark Dweller, which is very unfortunate because the Dark Dweller hurts like crazy. And yes, it's a trap! I agree. Good Admiral Akbar head. But let's go to the Dark Dweller. Your path is blocked by an evil mass of tentacles and eyes. Even as you watch, the thing sprouts new limbs, reaching eagerly for you. Alright, well, we try to get around it as usual. We have 1 success and 3 failures to work with. Ooh. Well, I'm going to open this one up to the crowd if anybody wants to venture a guess. My guess would be 2. However, I am 0 for 2 tonight, as in I have not gotten any right. So I'm going to wait a second here and see if anybody has a guess as to what it might be. Hopefully we can get past him and go down to the Dead King's Hall and see what's down there. I believe there should be some kind of coffin in there and something that I can rob after I fight a few skeletons and bandits, most likely. So we shall see. I'll go ahead and give another 10 seconds here for people to throw in a guess, and if no one does, then I'm going to go with number 2. Alright, Jay has guessed 3, so let's go ahead and try 3. Oh, I would have gotten it right for once. 3 is wrong. That is alright. 2 pain cards. Oh, 15 health gone. Ouch. Oh, 1. Oh no! 1 equipment. My ring. No. Move on to the Dead King's Hall.
The king is one of the
Alright,
players.
we
in
are
our
0 of
great
3 for as a
Yet
group
here
tonight.
he lies,
Let's draw 2
dead,
monster cards here.
unforgiven.
2 of scales and 2 of
His time
skulls.
is now
Let's go
long
ahead and try and fight
past.
these guys. We'll take them by surprise. We have 2 huge success cards. And I am going to go with number 2 this time. Huge success. Excellent. Yes, salt has been poured on the wounds. But this time we did succeed, so that makes us 1 for 4 for the night. Yay! So let's go ahead and choose one not to fight, and I'll choose not to fight the scales, just because the skulls are easier. And then hopefully when we rob this nice tomb here, there'll be something nice in it for us. A weapon, in fact, would be quite nice. But we'll find out. Alright, where are you, Mr. Skeletons? Yeah, sorry, but I don't like skeletons. Slap him in his bony legs. There we go, skeleton's down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, let's see here. What are they going to give us as a reward? Dio draws us 3 game cards. Oh, that's nice. Okay, 10 health, that's okay. I want an equipment game card though, please. 15 gold, that's okay. And armory, draw 3, that's what I wanted to see. Alright, well, we already have armor, I believe. I think that's what we started with. Healing cap or explorer's helm. Well, healing cap can come in quite handy. Explorer helm's nice as well, but I think healing cap, just for that extra bit of heal, is going to be just what puts us over the top, because that's the one that basically doubles our healing, and then if we get the blessing on top of that, we heal like 20 some at a time, so it's extremely nice. So we're going to go ahead and select that one, have that equipped. I do want to take a quick look here. I believe, oh, there's a shield that we started with, correct, that's right. So, good call, good call. And now we got to go move past the Dark Dweller again, which could be painful, as per the usual. Let's go ahead and attempt to get around the creature. We have 1 success and 3 failures, as normal. And we're going to select number 1. And that is a failure. That makes us 1 for 5. 1 for 5 and 2 more pain cards. Lose 10 health per curse. Well, we have 1 curse, so that'll... Oh, no, we have 2 curses. Oh, that's right. Oh, lose 1 equipment. What did we lose? Oh, we lost our armor. We lost our basic armor. That is unfortunate. Well, let's go ahead and move forward.
Roaming ever forward, hunting
through the forest escape. Take the forest path, see if we end up getting jumped on the forest path, which happens sometimes.
Think about the way we play this game.
Nope, not that time.
You continue to die, yet we reset the board.
We found a shop, and we do have a little bit of gold.
One has to
I think the only thing I'm going to risk getting a curse for is to buy a weapon. If they have a really nice weapon, I will risk a curse for that. The biggest hope, though, is that it's not the curse that makes us not allowed to encounter any enemies, because that actually is, as nice as it sounds, is a pain, because it makes it so we can't really get items off those enemies either. So let's go ahead and buy items here. Chains of Rage, a Ring of Justice. What's way over here? Mercenary Contract. There is 1 weapon, but it's the huge hammer, and I am just really not one that likes the huge hammer. It does a decent amount of damage. It's actually one of the better damage weapons out there, but it's extremely slow. And it's just, I don't like using it. So we're going to risk not getting it, just because we don't want to risk the curse that it's going to give us, because if I find another weapon, I'm going to use that instead, guaranteed. So we'll just risk trying to get to another weapon in the meantime. Now, as far as armor goes, they do have Chains of Rage, which is pretty nice. Whenever we get attacks stained from blows and wands, we have a chance to restore our cooldowns, but we don't have any cooldowns to restore at this point. So, in the meantime, it's just not that useful. So, we're not going to buy anything from him as far as armor or weapons go. We don't need any food because we got all that nice food cards earlier, so we're just going to leave this merchant right alone and save our gold. Save it for questing or save it for another merchant down the road. So, we will go ahead and move forward on to the next card, which is the White Council 5. This is another continuation of all those different quests we've been doing with the White Council. Last time we infiltrated their base and let a big beastie loose that they had to fight. Maybe this time we'll actually fight the White Council themselves. One day as you haggle with a grocer for some cheap food, you find yourself suddenly flying into the air. A vortex of wind surrounds you, propelling you up and away towards an unknown destination. Oh, looks like they're finally ready to deal with me. In time, you are dumped onto a stony platform before the wizard Zahagan. He glares at you for a moment with a single eye, the other a hideously scarred wreck. You have caused great harm to this land, warrior. The council seeks only to ensure peace in this realm, and you have sown chaos. Even now, the demon Abaddon still rages in the depths of the tower, the sacred temple of knowledge itself. It will take us years to recover. He gestures with a hand, now missing several fingers, and a portal opens, revealing a trio of mages. "Kill him," Sahagin says, limping through the portal. Well, I'm guessing I'm having to fight his underlings this time, and we'll probably get a White Council 6 if we don't die here, where we end up having to fight Sahagin eventually down the road. But for now, let's see if we can even take on some mages, having just a very basic weapon. These guys look like they mean business. Oh boy. Well, let's see what happens. At least I can reflect bullets. Oh, the other guy didn't die. I thought he did. That's why I left him. Alright, well, I kept chopping him. Okay, I think that one might actually be dead, but I don't know for sure. I've reflected enough of their bullets. Alright, this one looks dead, finally. Let's go ahead up to the other one. I don't know what all these lines are, but they're scary looking. And now that guy's dead. Perfect. Well, the mages weren't too bad. They were able to get 21 damage on me, but all in all, not too shabby. So let's go ahead and see what they have for us. Sahagin suddenly reappears, furious and seething with magical energy. "Warrior, your skill with weaponry has made you a great thorn in my side." He pauses to kick the body of a fallen mage. "Idiots. If not for me, these simpletons would still be hiding in the tower. Nothing more than a bunch of spineless librarians. Let's see you fight your way out of this." A shield of magical green energy appears instantly around him, and he launches into a long and complicated pattern of sounds and gestures. A raging ball of flame forms in the sky above you and starts to grow as the wizard continues his chant. "The devils take you!" Sahagin cries, disappearing into another portal as the massive fireball plummets down towards you. At the last second, with no other avenue of escape, you throw yourself off the edge of the stone platform. After falling for several seconds, a tentacle suddenly reaches out of a portal, plucking you from the air and bringing you back into the Tower of the White Council. Abaddon, the demon, sits surrounded by the bodies of fallen mages. It places you down lightly and withdraws its tentacle. "You have been useful, mortal," a dozen mouths say, "and you will be useful to me again one day. Go now." The thing watches you with its many unblinking eyes as you back out of the room. I knew freeing that guy was a good idea. You scarcely pause to loot the abandoned rooms on your way out of the tower. The dealer draws you one game card. The card's token is now yours. Only one game card for killing all those mages? 15 gold? I mean, 15 gold's nice, but I really figured you'd get more out of that. Oh well.
I don't think
better than
the
nothing.
mages will forgive your transgressions.
And we got an achievement
there.
out of it. Release the mages. So let's go ahead and choose the next card. Dark Dweller again. Let's try and get past his tentacles this time without being hit. We've never, ever, ever succeeded at passing through his tentacles. Not even once. But we'll attempt to get around him again. 1 success, 3 failures. Let's see how it goes.
A choice.
I'm going to go with 4. Failure! Alright, we are 1 for 6 now. Not doing so well in the choosing department. We are drawing 2 pain cards, 10 health per curse. That's going to be 20 health gone. And 1 equipment gone. Dang it! We lost my healing helm! Oh, that really stunk. These Dark Dwellers are freaking nasty. Alright, well, we found a treasure chest. Hopefully we can both get to the treasure chest without being hit and pick its lock. We are 1 for 6, so that gives us 2 chances to screw it up. Let's see what happens. 2 successes this time, though, instead of just 1, 2 failures. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and open it to the crowd for a few seconds here and see if anybody does have a guess that they would like to venture. Also, whenever you guys see the guessing game coming up, whenever we have to pick one, feel free to throw up a guess before I even ask, because that way we can get it done a little faster. So feel free to engage in chat and throw up guesses, because we do need to figure out where our success may lie. There's 2 failures in here, 2 successes in here, and hopefully we can find one that will allow us to get to this treasure chest, because we really need whatever's inside it, most likely. Especially if it's a weapon. That would be extremely helpful. But I'll give it another few seconds here for someone to go ahead and throw up a guess, and if they don't, I'm going to go ahead and pick. I have really no idea on this one, no hunch, no clue. So Jay throws up 2. Let's try 2. Hey, and Jay gets it right this time, giving us another success, which brings us up to 2 out of 7. Let's go ahead and move forward. Now we have to pick the lock, so we're still not out of the woods yet, unfortunately. And no salt in the wounds this time. We got it right that time. The treasure chest looks battered, but still intact. What treasure might it hold? Attempt to pry it open. But at least in this regard, we do have 3 successes to a 1 failure ratio, so we're going to go ahead and try 3, which is a success. And that gives us up to, what, 3 for 8 now? Eventually I'm going to start mixing those numbers up, but we do get 4 gain cards, which is extremely helpful. Gold's nice, but I really would like an armory card. Another 30 gold. Well, if we come across a shop, it'd be nice. Unfortunately, shop just gives us curses. Wow, that chest was just a very, very large treasure chest filled with lots and lots of gold. No items. Which is fine and dandy. It means we have to run into a shop, but it also means that when we buy all the gear that we're going to have to buy, we're going to be extremely well cursed. Which is unfortunate. But let's go ahead and hitch a ride to the next area.
The world is a game board.
And now we have 4 different paths we could take. Well, we'll go ahead and go down first. And find the maiden. Let's see what the maiden has for us. We can ask for longer life, supplies, or for gold. Well, supplies generally doesn't mean items, it means food. Gold we have a ton of. And longer life, well, we're pretty full on life. We could get extended life, but let's ask to be blessed. Counteract some curses by getting some blessings going. Wrath of the Old Gods. At the beginning of every battle, the Old Gods throw down thunder upon one of your enemies. That's one of the best blessings out there, because generally that little Wrath of the Gods usually will take one of those enemies out. It is said that sharp-eyed adventurers may protect themselves from the worst of Lady Luck's contrary nature. Farewell, mortal. She was riding a unicorn, by the way. I don't know if anybody noticed that. And there is the ladder out of this place. We do not want to take that yet, so we're going to go ahead and turn back. And then let's keep moving on and explore all these other cards. And a shop! We finally did find a shop. Now, we're going to actually pass the shop by for now. We're not going to buy yet. We're going to actually go ahead and hit the other 3 cards in this level, which could be dangerous, but also, that way if one of those cards happens to yield a weapon or a piece of armor, I'd rather get it from them than buying it at this shop and getting cursed. So, we're just going to take that risk. We have plenty of food to be able to move through these cards, so we will do that. And we found goblins, which is nothing to be scared about, and usually yields us some good items, so let's kill us some little goblins as they run around yelling, "Shiny!" and trying to steal my coin. Alright, let's go ahead here and fight us some little jerks. You know, these guys with their oh man, this one is laden with traps. Oh wow, careful. These kind of look like the little treasure goblins from Diablo. These little sacks filled with coin. There's one more here. I believe we have one more behind us somewhere running around, but he's the only goblin with an actual shield and sword. These guys just have their big sack of gold. But they're all cowards nonetheless. Oh, nope, that was the last one. Apparently the one died, probably to a trap or something. Let's see what they have in store for us. You continue on your way. Oh, they didn't give us anything. Just gold. Well, we gained a little bit of gold out of them, I guess. No food. Well, we do get the metal ore again that we got last time. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll come up to the ship spot where we can actually use the ore. Well, let's go ahead to this last card here. Oh, it's the Dark Dweller. What a crappy card. He put like 4 of those in the deck, and this is the 3rd one we've ran across, I believe, so well, we really have no need to get around the creature because there's no further way to go, so we can actually just flee back the way we came. And just head to the shop. Let's go ahead and get cursed like crazy, because we're going to have to buy a bunch of stuff, assuming he has something good for sale. And we actually are getting lower on food again. We're down to 15, so if necessary we'll buy some food. But first, focus needs to be on a weapon, possibly a helmet, and other stuff. Ring of Justice. Using a weapon ability causes the player to be fully healed and for the ring to be destroyed at the end of combat. Well, not quite worried about that one. Back off of that. What's this card that's unveiled? Spiritual healing. Whenever the player is healed, receive 1 health per blessing.
You'll find this a boon.
We have 1 blessing. It's really not worth it. 1 health is just not enough. There is a weapon, but it's a huge hammer again. I really should probably just take that out of the deck, to be honest. And then there's the healer's ring. Whenever the player heals,
A
receives
tool
healing, the
used
game
by
plus
those
1
who made
gold.
life
Well,
better
we
for
don't really need
others,
that.
now in your
Honestly, I'm
hands.
not going to buy the huge hammer. I don't like it that much. It's way too slow of a weapon and it drives me crazy. We will go ahead and buy just a little bit of food. We'll actually go ahead and buy actually a stack of 5, not 1. So, let's see, that's going to cost us 18, but it'll be worth it to hopefully keep us going throughout this map a little longer. Although not having a little bit better weapon is really painful. And some better armor and many other things that he did not sell. I have way too many rings, in fact, actually. I think I need to take a bunch of the rings out of the game because I tend not to use them unless I get them from equipment. I don't ever buy them, so I think we'll take most of those rings out of the deck next time we adjust the deck, and then put more weapons in and maybe some more armor, and take the hammers out. Anyways,
Your currency is spent.
Oh.
Your memories tattered and torn.
we have a nice linear path
Formed
here. No
into
choices to
mere
be made but to go
cards for us
forward.
to play with.
To the Holy Forge.
Let us take
Which,
a
this is a
token
card
of
we've
their
gotten before,
foolishness.
but we've never actually completed successfully. On a dusty, lonely plain, you come across the shattered remains of an old monastery. Searching the building, you meet an old man dressed in dirty robes. Long ago, we of the Brotherhood forged holy weapons to support the war against the infidels. But the infidels were strong, and one day one of their raiding parties took us by surprise. They destroyed most of our tools and took our supplies, including all of the rare metal ore that we used to craft our weapons. Hey, we have that sample ore. Apparently another one of the quest areas uses the ore as well. The king's army never returned after that day. I know not what became of them in the years that followed. I have stayed here all these years, but only the ghosts remain to keep me company. All of the others who survived the attack left long ago. Well, let's give them a sample of our ore. The monk's eyes widen in surprise and he exclaims, "By the old gods! Where did you find that?" He looks the metal over carefully. "If you're willing to put in the hard work, stranger, together we could fire up the old forge one last time." You spend several days with the old monk. By day you toil together at the forge, and by night you swap tales of your adventures for a share of his food. Eventually you hold the completed weapon in your hands. Ooh! And I get a battle hammer. Now, this one is, yeah, the same as all the others, but at least I didn't buy it. I'll use it, I guess, because I got it for free, but I did not buy it. And it actually does 5 more damage than the regular hammers that we could have bought anyways. And it still has the holy modifier. So, being that it does 40 damage, I will equip it, even if it is ungodly slow. Thank you, warrior, for giving this old relic one last chance to prove its worth. Good luck on your journey. The card's token is now yours, and we have now completed the Holy Forge once, so if we ever need to take that out of the deck, we can, because we've gotten its token. Moving on to the trading post.
Everybody has their price.
You reach a trading post in a distant valley run by a strange old woodsman. I've not much use for gold myself, but I'll trade you for food supplies. Alright, let's make this sporting. You give me the food, and I'll give you something from the back where I keep the good stuff. Well, we can get a random helmet or a random armor. We do not have either. And so let's go ahead and pay 12 for random armor. Now we only have 18, so that's only going to leave us with 6 food left, which is quite dangerous, but we like to live on the dangerous side, obviously. So we're going to go draw 1 armor card. And we get Chains of Rage. Strikes sustained from bows and wands have a chance to restore our cooldowns, which we do have a cooldown now on our medium, or not our medium, but our giant hammer. Although we don't happen to use it quite that often. Either way, we are now down to 6 food, which is quite dangerous. So finding a shop right about now would be extremely helpful. Not finding a Dark Dweller. Finding a Dark Dweller is just mean, cruel, and rude, and we have found every single Dark Dweller I think he put in the deck. Well, we do have to attempt to get around it because we have to move forward. We actually have 2 success chances this time rather than only 1 that has happened before. So we're going to go ahead and select 2 because I'm pretty sure I followed that well, and we did. That's the first time we've ever made it past the Dark Dweller. Thank God. Because having 2 more pain cards is just not tenable right now, especially with only 6 food on us. So with a combination of skill, daring, and luck, we weave between the probing tentacles. Although we don't actually get anything for making it past the Dark Dweller, which is very unfortunate. And we found a shop. That's exactly what we needed because we are low on food. So let's go ahead and see what they have there. Hopefully they have some better equipment that's worth getting a curse for, and we can just buy all the food that we need. So let's take a look here at this shop and see what they have to offer. First, let's go check out the items. They have a Scorching Zeal, which is very nice. They have an Undead Bane, which is another very nice weapon, which actually might be worth buying over the battle hammer. Now, the only reason I say that is because of its fire damage against undead. However, this does have holy on the battle hammer, and it is 40 damage. So against the queen, it might be better to go with the battle hammer, even though it is really slow. Especially since there's angel wings, now that I'm seeing, and angel wings makes us attack faster. Well, it gives us greater movement speed, but I feel like it also affects our attack whenever we're attacking. So this actually is worth a curse, these angel's wings. Having that extra movement, both for escaping attacks and for going into battle, is just very, very helpful. So we'll risk one curse, which is blunted aura. Oh boy, something that likely affects the weapon. We'll have to take a look here in a second after we buy food. And of course it'll affect the weapon now that we have a good weapon. But anyways, let's go ahead and buy a few stacks of food, because I'm not going to try and spend any more money on items that are going to curse us, because it's just not worth it. Because all the curses are quite nasty. There are a few that are tenable, but most of them aren't. So let's go ahead and look in the inventory here and see. We have, well, that's just our hammer. Blunted aura. What does it do? Attacks from the player's weapon do less damage. Of course they do. We finally got a big old burly weapon, and now we're doing less damage. Of course, it doesn't say by how much. I would really like it if they said by how much. It'd make things a little easier. But that's okay. We will live with it. Although I like how this one actually looks like it's a blessing when it's supposed to be a curse. I don't know why it's colored as a blessing rather than a curse, because that's very much a curse. But whatever. Let's go ahead and move on to the next card. Noble Trader. Now, if I remember correctly, this guy we need to... Well, we could sell him our armor, because we don't have any armor. Oh no, we do. We have those chains of rage, don't we? Well, those chains of rage are really... I mean, they just make it so we can use our cooldown a little bit quicker, but I don't use that all that often, to be honest. It's just not worth it. It takes a ton of time to cast, and during that time we're casting it, we're getting hit like crazy, and usually it's just not worth it. So let's go ahead and sell him the armor anyways. He waits patiently as you take off your armor and hand it to him. He should appreciate her.
Mira, you should appreciate this. After I've had it cleaned, of course.
Enjoy your newfound wealth. The woman rides away. Draw 4 gold game cards. All this gold. Really, we could find one of those charities. It'd be nice, because we could just give them a ton of gold. 10 gold per blessing and 30 gold. We are up to 149 gold. We are rocking in the gold, so a quest where we have to give away gold would be
Will you
perfectly
make the
fine with
same
me.
choices as you did before?
Whilst browsing the wares at a trading post, you are approached by the proprietor. You look like a trustworthy sort. I'm in debt to an acquaintance in Oranshire. He's holding some items of my collateral. If you deliver this gold to him, an item of equipment can be yours as payment. Sure. I'll take the gold. The shopkeeper makes sure the other customers are gone before lifting a floorboard and taking out a small wooden chest. You have my thanks. Please make sure all the money makes it there safely.
Hoard your gold.
And another 100
and learn
gold.
nothing in the
Jeez-a-loo.
process.
Well, beware of thieves and bandits on the way. Stay out of the taverns. Return policy. Oh my lord, it's all the way back at the beginning. Well, that's fine. If we really need more food, we can just buy more food at the shop here. But we're going to go ahead and pass right by it for now. And keep moving on our way. Oh, we do have to get past the Dark Dweller again, which is extremely unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. It's blocked by an evil mass of tentacles and eyes. Attempt to get around the creature. We're going to have to go past him not once, but twice, because we'll have to be coming back that way eventually. But I think I followed that well with the 3 on the success. Perfect. It's very much nicer to have 2 success chances versus the 1 that the Dark Dwellers normally give. And so let's keep moving forward. And here, to return policy, where we'll go ahead and take that guy's gold back up and hand them the 100 gold that we took, because we really don't need to pretend that we don't have it and steal it. Because if we do, well, just very dangerous. And we did select 3 R-Wings, so actually you would have gotten it right. I think, yeah, that one was a pretty easy one to follow, so I just went ahead and quickly clicked that. But we gave him the gold, and let's see what item he gives us. He is going to give us, either a Consuming Shame or a Scorching Zeal. Consuming Shame, all weapon attacks are enhanced with a powerful poison that taints the victim's mind and body. Very nice. So not only will we be doing holy damage, we'll also be poisoning our creatures, which is definitely what we want to be doing. So we will grab that and go back now. Let's pass the tentacle again. Maybe this time R-Wings can throw up another guess. I'll actually give him a second this time to do so. And see if he can get us past the creature. 2 successes, 2 failures. Which one's it gonna be? I have no real guess personally on this one. I wasn't able to quite keep track of them. So this one to me would be, if I have to choose it, will be a complete guess all around. Zero. See, I can't select 0 R-Wings. I just don't have that ability, but I can do 2. So we'll take 2, and you were right. Success. Now we've probably gotten, I think, what, 5 right out of maybe 11 attempts or 12 attempts. So we're actually broaching, getting actually back up to that 0.5 mark and getting to 50%. But we'll see. Let's keep moving forward. We're actually going to go ahead while we're at this shop and we'll buy some more food just because we can. And we have tons of gold to do so. And that way we're just safe on that mark. So we'll go ahead here and buy us probably 10 more food to be completely safe, hopefully, for the rest of this journey. So buy food. We do remember that they don't really have any gear that's worth it to us to be cursed on. So we'll just buy 2 packs of food and back right on out. There we go, and back to moving forward. And this should be our way out of here, which is this cave escape, which is actually one we have not done before.
One cannot hope to find adventure without a little delving.
A dank and foreboding cave lies between you and your goal. You have discovered the exit to the area. Enter the cave. You embark on your next leg of the adventure. I imagine at some point or another,
even now,
that we'll probably have an encounter in that cave. Randomly, as we do in the forest path exit sometimes. But this time we didn't get it. And yeah, keeping a good amount of gold on you is a good idea for those quests. And I have more than enough at the moment. I have 113, so we're fine on the gold mark, we're fine on the food mark, and we're fine on the health mark. So we're doing pretty well. We've got a decent trap, or not trap now that this maze of traps came up, but a decent weapon at the moment. And a shield. We don't have any armor because we sold it, and we don't have a helmet because we lost it. But maze of traps. Now this one I died on last time.
I do not
just to be straight up about it, because the traps were insane. And they were everywhere and I didn't get a breather. But this time we'll be a little bit more methodical and slow about it, I think. At least we'll try to. And hopefully not die. Because we're actually doing pretty well right now and I don't want to screw it up. And I misspoke. We do actually have a helmet because we bought one and got cursed for it. But we do get faster movement speed. Alright. That's one trap down. So slowly move through these little spikes here. Excellent. Move over here. Perfect. This one seems to be a little less trap laden than the past one, actually. Excellent. Grab all this nice gold, even though we don't need it. There we go. We're doing well. Doing well. Just don't want to get cocky. Let's go ahead and... Oh man, look at all that gold up there. Although it means we'll have to go through that path twice, which we don't really need gold, so we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to go ahead and grab the gold that we can. We'll go ahead and leave that one pile there. No need to get it, because we don't. So, run past here real quick, and then just go ahead and quickly move to the left there, or right there I should say, and get past that. And look at that, we are out. We didn't take a single bit of damage on that time. Much better than the last time we did it. So let's see now what we get out of completing the maze of traps. We exit in the vault and continue our journey. Apparently we didn't get the token, so I missed something inside. My guess is I actually was supposed to get all of the gold to complete it, which is unfortunate that we didn't, but now we know for the future. And we'll just move along. Because can't go back and do it, so nothing to worry about. Well, here's another shop, and unless they have something absolutely amazing, I'm not going to worry about buying anything from them because I don't want any more curses. But we'll check them out nonetheless just to be safe. Well, it looks like a lot of his cards that he shuffled into the deck at the end actually ended up getting put into the main pathways, because I've seen, I think, every single one of his Dark Dwellers, except maybe one. I think he put 4 or 5 of those things in, and he put like 6 shops in, and we've seen, I think, 3 or 4 of those now, so... Alright, there's a huge hammer, a plunderer's ring, a ring of enlightenment, and what's this 4th one? Undead Bane. Damage 40 is what we have on our battle hammer right now. This is damage 30. We do have a curse that's making us do less damage, so both of these would suffer less, so let's go ahead and keep the battle hammer for now. We do have the helmet that makes us faster, so luckily that hammer won't be quite as slow in that regard, hopefully. But let's go ahead and leave the shop. Nothing there is worth getting cursed over. And And then let's keep moving forward. Now, if we do happen to find a wandering priest that is somewhat cheap, maybe we can get some of this curses removed, but I know one of the curses once cost 400 to remove, so we're nowhere near that in our gold amount. But we came across an injured adventurer who's battered and bloodied armor. Tells you he's seen combat recently. Let's ask him his troubles. He's going to say there were some bandits that he fended off, but he couldn't quite kill all of them, so he'd like us to go help him out. We have 2 successes, a huge and a regular. And that was really fast. So if anyone was able to follow that, feel free to chime in and give me a number. Otherwise, my guess would be 4. But that was an extremely fast shuffle, so I really wasn't really all that positive about it. But 4 is where I think I would land. Our wing says 3, so let's go ahead and go with his guess. Failure! Oh, well, nobody's perfect. We're gonna go ahead and draw a pain card. I hope it just draw 1 curse. No, not another curse. Tainted. I cannot sell anything. Well, okay, that one's not so bad. I really don't care. I don't have to sell. I got plenty of gold, so wasn't as bad as it could have been. We did come across a helpful priest, though. Maybe if he's really nice, he'll remove all my curses. Let's go ahead and give him half our food. I'm glad I keep buying food because it's just very helpful. Let's try and get huge success if we can. Okay, I couldn't follow huge success at all. Hey, welcome, Xanax. I see that you said 3 as well on that last draw there. It was a good try. If either of you have another venture guess for this one here, I'm more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to say, and we'll try it again. You know, I would have picked 4 on that one. I think on that last one. On this one, I really have no clue. We have 2 successes, I believe, and 2 failures. But if anyone wants to throw up a guess on this one, let's go ahead and see what happens. No worries if it turns out bad. It just adds to the flavor of the adventure. So, our wing says 6. Well, there is no 6, so his guess kind of gets disqualified. But if you want to throw up a guess yourself, Xanax, we'll go ahead and give you a chance to do so. There's a bit of delay here, so I'll make sure you have plenty of time to type it out if you need to. I have no guess myself anyways, so if I have to guess, I will take our wing 6 and just arbitrarily divide it by 2 and make it a 3, and that's what I'll guess if I end up choosing myself. But other than that, I really have no guess. Xanax says 4. Let's go with Xanax's 4 and see what happens. Oh, fail. Well, nice try. Nice try. Let's see what our... We have to draw another curse card. Let's just add to our just bevy of curses. My run speed is now reduced by 25%, which just negates basically my entire helmet benefit. But, you know what? If we make it through this match with all these curses, then we could say we definitely accomplished something. Hey, we got the loan card, which is actually one we can do very, very well because we have a ton of gold. The only thing that we actually could use some more of now is food. But let's go ahead and give this guy 20 gold to repay his debts, and he'll repay us back later. Within 10 turns, I believe. And I don't know if we have that many left in the game, to be honest, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and move our butts out of here. And we keep wasting up some food here. Hopefully we can run across another shop. But we do run across the Twisted Canyon. So let's go ahead and see what we have at the bottom here. Another weapon, actually. So let's go ahead and see if we can get to that weapon, although we really didn't need to. I'm going to throw out a guess on this one. I'm going to throw out a 1. Which is a success! Yay! And don't worry about it, Xanax. It's not a problem. It's, we all get it wrong. We all get it right. Honestly, my selection rate, or my, success rate, I should say, is extremely low. I tend to fail a lot. And our wings, you were right. I selected 1, and that's what it turned out to be. But you're right. The curses do make this game interesting. I am having a very interesting game because I have, I think, 4 or 5 curses on me right now. But I'm slow. My weapons do less damage. I, get a curse every time I try and buy an item. And I think there's something else in there too. But let's go ahead and draw a weapon card. I don't think it's going to be anything all that useful, but we'll just have it to have it in case our weapon gets stolen for some reason.
Are you sure that's
Oops,
the right approach?
I accidentally equipped it, so actually let's go back to our inventory. I don't want to do that. I would like to actually have my hammer back. Only because it does more damage, and since I'm doing reduced damage right now, I need as much damage as I could possibly get. So let's move forward and do the hero's remains. This is where we have to return that shield and sword to his family or townsfolk or whatever. So let's go ahead and... Hey, a Viking blade. Let's not equip this, if we remember correctly. If we equip it, then we can't turn it into him and we fail the quest. So let's grab his shield as well. We'll go ahead and say no on the equipping part and see where they go ahead and place the
I worked
the
long
quest
and hard
location.
to make that particularly
Hero's Return. Where are you going to go?
ingenious,
Ah, right above me. Perfect.
don't you think?
Hero's Return is right there. We don't have to worry about invoking that Hero's Burden, which would have halved our health, which would have stunk. So let's return his sword, return his shield, and draw 2 blessing cards. Blessings will be nice to hopefully
Many
counteract
these
some of these
blessings
curses.
are too good for the
So on
rest
any
of
hit,
you.
the player inflicts 2 more damage for each blessing they possess. That's nice. And Toxic Blood. Any hit on the player during
gods
combat has a
look
chance to
upon you
poison the
favorably.
attacker. We're actually extremely well poisoned now, because if they hit us, we can poison them, and our blade, whenever it hits them, can actually poison them as well. So that could come in really handy. We actually, I think, have as many blessings now as we do curses, which is nice. It's kind of weird. So we got a little bit of counteraction there going. And we did find a shop, so we can go ahead and buy some more food, because we are honestly going to run out here really quick if we hadn't found this. So let's go ahead here and just buy us probably another... Yeah, well, you know, so far we've had to run through a lot more food than I expected. We started out with a ton of food, we got a lot of food cards, and I've bought several times. But since we have so much gold, let's go ahead and just buy 15
I'm
food.
sure you're grateful for that.
That should be more than enough to cover anything else we're going to have to go through, I would hope. If not, well, then we'll approach that as it comes. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and keep going. And this should be the exit. Oh, it is the Queen of Skulls, actually, so it was the
Face
final one. I
death
didn't need to buy any of that
and
food.
learn your
But
fate.
it didn't matter. I don't need to use the gold either, so... Here comes the final boss. Well, this is going to be one cursedly blessed
This
fight.
token will unlock more cards.
Let's
if
see
you
how it
defeat
goes.
This encounter.
Question is, can we defeat her? Hopefully poison works really well, and the fact that we have our holy modifier on the weapon only being counteracted by less damage. Big question is, how many extra guys? 4 of skulls. The nice thing is, skeletons, regular skeletons, are pretty easy to kill. Yeah, as far as she's concerned, I don't know. But apparently she is a Queen of Skulls that uses a musket of some kind. But, alright. We can deal. I'm going to go ahead and deal with her minions first. And our nice little Wrath of the Gods there killed a bunch of them. There's one skeleton down. Let's kill another one. There's another one down. Oh, that hurt. Well, oh, she's got a totem over there summoning these skeletons. Well, that has to die. That cannot be allowed to live. Otherwise, this is going to be a long, long match. There we go. That one's tail down. And you're very right, our wings. We definitely need to kill that totem. And then now let's just kill her. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Or is this her? No, I think this is still her. Oh no, that was it. Excellent. Well, I will say this. Skeletons are probably the easiest of the bosses and minion types out there to kill. I think having Holy and all the extra poison definitely helped.
Then it is done.
But we made it. We made it
Neither
through with
creature
a
is
just
fortunate
large
that
amount of
Queen
curses
Skulls
and a good
perishes.
number of
We know the
blessings,
game
and
is almost done.
that was a
The
really
kings are
interesting
gathering
match.
now.
Let's see what we actually got out of the tokens. We now got a 40 gold gain card, the Lonely Bard card, which is a new one, and the Guildmaster's Ring. And then for the square one here, we got, for defeating the White Council, we got 20 gold, the Apprentice, Mage's Mask, and Mage Gloves. Well, I'm guessing the Apprentice is the next continuation of the White Council quest. I'm guessing that one's going to eventually lead to killing the Zahagan White Council leader guy. As far as Mage's Mask and Gloves go, I don't know. Those are new. We'll see what those kind of pieces of armor do. Oh, a draw 3 armory card, always nice to have, and Forbidden Armor. Well, that sounds pretty nice, actually. I'll have to make sure to include that in our deck and see what it's all about. And then we have the Queen of Plague, will be the next queen we fight, which is going to be terrible because it's going to be a lot of poison. And the Lizard Dome. Sounds kind of like the Battle Dome, or the Biodome, or... I feel like it's like a gladiatorial arena of some kind. And then for defeating the Skeleton Queen, we also got an Arrow Cutter and a Mortal Whimsy. Which, both of those, Arrow Cutter I'm guessing has something to do with
One more
deflecting
round.
projectiles.
You have earned it.